Kevin Taylor with Beyond Imagination Coaching. Let's continue our journey into the ownership stack with one more element specifically relating to gaining control of your business. This time it's a little more outward facing. We're talking about an ideal customer profile. Now, why do you care who your ideal customer is? Some people actually get this, and that's awesome. Others kind of struggle with the idea. So let me talk for just a minute about what and why. You see, as you try to figure out what your message is and where you put it, it is really helpful to be able to know who it is you're trying to talk to. There are studies that show that you will get massive improvement on your profits and your revenue growth by knowing your customer. So let me tell you a story of two entrepreneurs in the fitness space. One of them didn't define their customer. Just thought, I'm going to go after anybody who wants to get in shape. And just shotgunned it out there. Was all over trying to figure out how to advertise, where to market, what messages to give. Struggled, didn't reach profit goals, just didn't make it. The other defined himself as the fitness coach for entrepreneurs. Focused in on one specific group, determining the needs that they would have with their fitness that would be different from anyone else. That allowed him to choose specific media, specific locations, specific ways to share his message to reach his target customer. So what you're trying to figure out with your ideal customer is, what do your customers have in common and what separates them from non-customers? Is it location? Is it their income? Is it gender? Is it age? Is it a shared interest in a hobby or a pastime? What unifies your customers? What do they all share? And like I said, what separates them from people who don't buy from you? Then you may want to consider, why do they buy? What do they get from purchasing from you? I want to use a couple of examples from the car world because most everybody can relate to cars in some way. One is Mitsubishi and Mercedes. The two are very different in who they try and reach. Mercedes, a luxury brand, it is an image. Mitsubishi, at least to me, is the car that people at my high school drove. Very bargain, value oriented. Get into a car. Another example. Volvo and Subaru. Now both cars are safety oriented. You get the all-wheel drive, you get the safety, roll protection, all this. And they both really tout their safety. And yet they go after a different market. They define their ideal customer differently in such a way that there's not a lot of crossover between these two groups, despite the obvious similarities in the cars. So how do you learn these things about your customers? Well, you can ask them. You can talk to them one-on-one. You can conduct a survey. Your customers know themselves pretty well. The trick is knowing what questions to ask. Do you have sales data that would show you some of the basic demographics, where they come from, what their purchase size is, that you can pull either through your credit card processing or through your checkout terminals, however you process money? Another way is you can observe them. Just watch your customers. Do you see there's, in a general age range, do you find that there's more women than men? Or vice versa? Look for differences that you can see. Things that stand out to you. And as you do that, you will start to learn who your ideal customer is. So you can build that profile and know how to talk to them. You'll know what they want to hear, what they need to know, and what's going to make them buy more. More importantly, what's going to make other people like them be attracted to you. That's an ideal customer profile. You can take it to the next step and create a persona. If you want to put a name to this, you can go deeper, but identify who your customer is and why they're your customer. It will go a long way toward helping you reach your profit and revenue goals and gain more control within your business.